everyone. In this video we are going to learn about the part of wound management, that is negative pressure wound therapy. I am Jenlyn Bernard, working as nursing tutor in MMM College of Nursing. This video will help us to know about what is negative pressure wound dressing, its indications, contraindications, and how to perform the procedure, and what is the role of a nurse in managing the patients with negative pressure wound dressing. First, let us see what is wound. Wound is the break in continuity of any body tissue due to various reasons. It may be due to trauma, accident, violence, and surgery. Once the wound is made for any therapeutic procedures like surgery, or it may occur in the body due to any accident, immediately the healing process also will be initiated. The wound healing is a complex and dynamic process of replacing, devitalizing, and missing cellular structures and the tissue layers. This wound healing process is occurring in 4 different phases. That is, the first phase, immediately the wound has occurs, there will be a bleeding phase. Then it will be leading to inflammation, proliferation, and finally the wound healing will be completed by remodeling. Appropriate wound care is highly essential for the complete and effective wound healing. If the patient is suffering with any underlying disease conditions like diabetes mellitus, this may delay the wound healing, even it will make the healing process as a complex and difficult one. Negative pressure wound therapy is the modern wound care which is highly effective in chronic and difficult wounds. During this therapy, a device will be used to create a negative pressure over the wound bed. That is, the continuous or intermittent suction will be applied and the exudates will be removed. This will be facilitating in many ways to fasten up the wound healing. The negative pressure wound therapy is also called or identified in different names. That is, subatmospheric pressure therapy, vacuum sealing technique, sealed surface wound suction, vacuum assisted closure. Now let's see the indications of negative pressure wound therapy. It is highly effective in decubitus ulcers in the stage of 3 and 4. Any traumatic and surgical wounds which is taking longer duration of time for healing, burns, crush injuries, wound dehiscence, that is, surgical incision may get reopened due to several reasons, chronic wounds, diabetic wounds, but it has to be a non-ischemic one, and traumatic wounds. The negative pressure wound therapy is not suitable in certain conditions. It is highly contraindicated. That is, the patients, those who are having the high risk for bleeding, those who are suffering with the bleeding disorders, or those who are on the anticoagulant therapy, bone infections near to the wound. If the patient is having cancer tissues related with the wound, that should not be applicable. Fragile skin, and the people, those who are having allergic to any kind of adhesives also will be not suitable for the negative pressure wound therapy. patient is suffering with untreated osteomyelitis which is related to the wound, negative pressure wound therapy is contraindicated. And also we have to be very cautious if the wound is having any exposed organs, blood vessels and nerves. It is not supposed to be applied. And also the necrotic wounds with lot of dead tissues are contraindicated for negative pressure wound therapy. By using a special equipments, the wound bed will be covered and it will be created a airtight environment, and it will be connected with a tubing to apply a suction. So once the suction has been applied, it will be removing all the exudates from the wound then and there. As the exudates has been cleared then and there, it is promoting the wound healing in different ways. That is, it is decreasing the bacterial contamination over the wound, and it is increasing the fibroblast growth factors, increasing the vascular endothelial growth factors, and it is draining the exudates away from the wound and keeping the wound dry and moist, and it is promoting and increasing the blood supply, increasing the collagen formation and increasing the inflammatory cells migration, thus facilitating the faster healing of the wound. The negative pressure wound dressing is having few advantages when we compare with the traditional or regular wound care methods. It is removing the excess fluid from the wound bed immediately and also reducing the swelling, and it helps to reduce the bacterial count over the wound, and it is keeping the wound moist and warm and also without any fluid accumulation. It helps to draw the wound edges to come together, facilitating the closure of the wound, and it is enhancing the blood flow to the wound and decreasing the inflammation. Also, it is accelerating the tissue granulation. By all these things, it will be fastening up the wound healing so that it may not be needed for unnecessary surgical procedures, and it is highly cost effective also. There are some disadvantages which is related to negative pressure wound therapy are when we apply the suction in the initial period, the patient may experience pain and high level of discomfort. And sometimes the patients may not know that they are allergic to adhesives. So once we have applied the firm and drape, they may develop the allergy. In that case, the procedure has to be discontinued immediately. The continuous noise which is arising from the suction unit will not make the environment so comfortable. If the wound is getting deteriorated, then immediately the procedure has to be discontinued. Sometimes fulmination and incipient skin necrosis may happen. Excoriation of the skin also develop due to the negative pressure wound therapy, and the drain requires the fixation throughout the procedure. That may not be much comfortable to the patient, because the patient, wherever they are moving, they have to carry the suction device along with them. The portable suction sets are available. It can work with the battery, but still it may cause discomfort to the patient. Now let's see what are the equipments are needed for the negative pressure wound therapy. In this, we need a polyurethane foam or wound foam, and also we need a semi-permeable drape just to create the air seal technique over the wound, and we need the drain tubing and drainage container and a suction device. While applying the therapy, we have to follow the sterile technique. The wound has to be cleaned thoroughly, and the foam has to be trimmed according to the size of the wound or according to the size of the wound cavity we need to apply. And the foam has to be applied over the wound bed, and it has to be draped thoroughly with the nearby skin to create a air seal technique. Over that we have to apply the suction tubing, and we have to ensure that the airtight technique has been followed throughout the system. And the tubing will be connected with a container which is connected with the suction apparatus. Once the airtight technique has been confirmed, then we can start applying the pressure. It can be intermittent or continuous according to the doctor's order. During the therapy, ensure the pressure is between 50 to 125 mm of Hg or according to the doctor's order. The dressing can be changed 2 to 3 times in a week or according to the instruction which is followed by the institution. And the suction every day minimum of 2 hours should not be applied to promote the wound healing, and follow the strict aseptic technique throughout the therapy. The nursing interventions are: follow the sterile technique while applying the wound dressing and throughout the therapy, monitor the vital parameters of the patient, and observe the condition of the wound and monitor the suction pressure. And continuous care is highly needed, that is changing the dressing according to the instruction, and also ensure every day minimum of 2 hours the wound has to be free from suction. And the patient education, that is while moving they have to carry the device along with them, and any discomfort or pain or any bleeding, immediate attention has to be given to the patient. The complication related to negative pressure therapy is pain. Hemorrhage is at risk, so throughout the therapy the patient has to be monitored. Skin maceration and wound infection. Here is an example of wound which is treated with negative pressure wound therapy. This picture shows that before applying the therapy, the condition of the wound. At the end of the therapy, the wound was very clean and the granulation was started. And at the end of remedy, the patient underwent the skin grafting and the complete healing was achieved. In this video, we have learned about the vacuum assisted closure or negative pressure wound therapy. It is highly effective in the process of wound healing, and also it is fastening up the wound healing. And there are certain precautions we have to remember. When we apply over the wound, it should not have any exposed organ, blood vessels and nerves, because it will be leading to the higher level of complication. And also the patient needs the continuous care throughout the therapy. By that we can able to achieve the complete and the effective wound healing. For this video, I have taken the contents from the following net references. I hope this video will be useful to you. Thank you for listening.